All right, well, Darrion, what are the nerves before this upcoming fight on Saturday?
It's nervous as usual, you know. Just making sure I put the game plan to play. So, I mean, the nerves is nothing. The way I've been training, I really do this. You know, this is what we live for. So I'm excited more than anything. You know, it's obviously a roller coaster. You know, I'm here to enjoy the ride, though.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you used to train in Arizona for at least a little bit, correct?
Yeah. You look familiar.
I was always around the power gym for a bit.
Yeah,
Actually, I had an amateur fight at the power gym.
That's
I got
where
knocked dead.
There we go. That's what I'm like. Yeah, you look familiar. I was here in Power for 2 years. I remember your face. Training with Bader and CB Dalloway. That was where I started my career. You know, Arizona was good to me when I was here. You know, and I'm just excited to be able to put a performance on for the crowd. I've not been able to fight in front of the Phoenix fans, so I'm excited to go out there and put a dominant performance on.
Do you still have any friends or training partners outside of like Bader and CB that still live in Arizona? Maybe not have made it to the major promotions.
Yeah, of course. I got plenty of people out here. So after the fight, you know, we definitely gonna be turning up, you know, and just enjoying ourselves like old times, you know.
Well, speaking of your opponent, Enrique Barzola, what do you make of him? What do you make of his skill set? Obviously, he's making his Bellator debut. He's got a couple big wins in the UFC. They chose not to renew his contract. What do you make of him as an opponent?
Well, he's strong. He's a strong guy. He's going to be a guy that's going to come forward. You know, he's going to try to test me and put my ability to the test. So I'm going out there to just dispatch this guy. You know, he's not in my league. Pretty much is what it boils down to. You know, he doesn't have the attributes to hang in there with me. So I think this guy's going to be done in one.
Is there any sort of chip on your shoulder where a guy coming in from the UFC maybe wants to show that you're not on his level? He came from the UFC, he's coming to Bellator. You maybe hold that chip like, you think you're just going to come in and run over us.
So you telling me this guy thinks he's going to come from the UFC into my home, over from Peru into my home, and just beat on me? It's not happening, bro. I'm going to defend my home soil, and I'm going to do it with style and grace.
And I guess for me, obviously the bantamweight tournament was announced recently, and your name was not one of them. They did go by the rankings. Were you a little bit frustrated that you weren't one of the ones chosen for that?
Initially, I was shocked because they announced it, you know, and I didn't even know I was not going to be in it. So it was a shocker to even get the lineup. But I mean, I hadn't performed at 35 bantamweight for a while, you know, and my last bantamweight win was about 2018. So it is what it is, you know. Moving forward, you know, I feel like Bellator's gotten the ball rolling at the bantamweight division, you know, and really filled out that weight class and really has made it a household weight class here, which is why we can do that tournament, you know. I do believe it started with me, you know. I do believe I'm the standard here at Bellator, you know, in terms of the bantamweight division. So, you know, it's only gonna get better from here, you know. And with a guy like me sitting on the outside looking in, you know, outside of the rankings, you know, you gotta expect it to be a strong division. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say people don't know what they're talking about, but I do believe I'm the best bantamweight in the world, and especially in Bellator.
We saw with the last tournament with the light heavyweights, there were multiple fighters that ended up withdrawing, and there was alternates. I mean, you seem like the guy. Obviously, if you go out there and do your business on Saturday, is that something that you would be willing to do? Kind of be on call for stepping in if somebody were to withdraw?
I would do it with open arms. You know, again, I'm not here to pick fights. I'm just here to take names, you know, and beat guys up. So I'm gonna steamroll this guy on Saturday, and if they call my phone, I'll be ready.
You were a really good NCAA wrestler. Do you follow college wrestling? And if
Yeah.
so, who are some of the wrestlers that you like to watch?
Well, it's been a lot of focus obviously on my career, but NC State's always a tough team, you know, my alma mater. With the ACC being like a growing conference, you know. They've always done a good job since I left, you know, in NC State. But not really anyone in particular, you know. I kind of just forgot all the names. Like when you're not in that field, you don't really remember the names, or, you know. But it's crazy because I still feel like there's like one or two guys still wrestling from when I was in college. Like you always get like one of those guys that's like a 10th year senior, you know, and still wrestling. So I think I'm kind of out the loop there, but you know, I'm gonna be watching nationals come March. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm going to those.
Yeah, yeah.